What's up, LiveLean Nation? We are on episode number 6. Thanks for tuning in.
Hashtag AskLiveLeanTV.
And listening to all those podcasters. What's up, guys? I'm Brad Guthrow. This is my beautiful wife, Jessica.
Jessica Guthrow.
If you did not know who we are, if you're new to the show or if you're new to the podcast, thank you for tuning in and listening. If you haven't checked out the podcast yet, go over there, subscribe, rate, and review. We're still very new, so we need your guys' feedback.
And the way the show works is that we take your questions that are hashtagged with the tag hashtag AskLiveLeanTV. So if you want to get your question on this show, that's all you have to do is just add that hashtag before or after the question, and we will pick it out and then save it to do on this show.
Yeah, but the people who tag me on Twitter get answered pretty much
Twitter gets
quickest
priority, yeah.
Because it's the easiest way for me to do it. And actually,
we'll take them on.
You know what? I'm going to throw something else out there. One way that you can get your question answered for show is if on Instagram you post a creative photo on your own feed and you tag it AskLiveLeanTV and you tag me at Brad Guthrow and we see it, you will get your question answered with Instagram.
Creative but appropriate, please.
Yeah, no dick pics.
Oh. I wasn't going to say that out loud.
Or booby pics. I've been getting a lot of booby pics on Facebook lately.
Yeah, would you girls stop sending him your
Seriously,
boobs?
what is...
It's not cool.
What is up with this? Not to go on a rant, but like I've been getting some serious females.
Yeah.
It's not the way to do to a man who is happily married.
Yeah, and he shows them to me, and I'm like, yeah, those boobs are nice, but aren't my boobs nice too? I have nice boobs, and I don't know why you need to look at other boobs. But he doesn't ask for them; they just come.
No, I'm just really happy that she is so cool with it. Like I feel like every time I get one,
I'm not saying I support it. So stop doing it.
But like that could be a problem.
I'm not gonna get mad at you, but
that could be a problem in marriages. Like if you look at my phone, and you see like a boob pic pop up. It's like anyway. You're really cool. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So let's get on to the show.
Back to your questions.
As you guys can't tell on these podcasts, we like to just let it roll.
We don't edit it, and we're not allowed to stop the camera.
And big shout out to our last week's episode with Leo Flowers. It sounds like from the feedback you guys love Leo. So if you guys want to see other guests on our show, we would love to bring other guests on and do that kind of...
Tell us who we should invite on the show.
All right, let's get into the question. First question. It seems like we always start with Cisco Ball's question, but he is very active in the LiveLean Nation, so we got to show our love back. He says, how do you guys actually decide how and what to work out? You develop these awesome programs to help us develop a lifestyle. What do you do when you already live it? I know you're hit in muscle grouping. What inspires you to make a schedule for that week? Trying to live lean. Need more expert live lean advice. And when is the yoga DVD coming out? You guys really changed my life.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so great. Okay, so there's like 3 different questions here. Basically, how do you decide what to work out for that given week? And
start with that
and
one.
Also, is it kind of like, do you follow a program all the time, or do you just kind of wing it? Like, I'm wondering if that's part of the question too. But how do we decide to work out? I think once you do get more advanced, like you said, it just kind of becomes a lifestyle, and instead of, you're not in that transformation mode anymore. I think we've talked about on past episodes that transformation mode is different than maintenance mode. So, where Brad and I are at right now, we're not really trying to change our bodies. We're just trying to maintain the results that we've got. So for us, it's a little more lenient. We're not sticking to a strict gym schedule like we have in the past. And usually our decision on what to work out that day is based on the week as a whole, and also just kind of like what we're in the mood for, kind of thing.
Somewhat, but like right now, like we're both putting programs together.
Yeah, we're testing programs a lot. That's a great point that we do a lot.
I'm putting together a new strength program. Jessica's putting together a pregnancy program. So we're obviously not going to put something out there unless it works. So we have ourselves going through. We're testing it on people. So it's like that's what we do. But like Jessica said,
a lot of test experiments going on in our workouts.
We're in maintenance mode, but you gotta. Being in maintenance mode actually can be an issue at times because you kind of lose the motivation.
You get a little
bit.
lazier.
You get tired of just, if you're not on a program. So I always like to try to be on a program. So whether
it's one that you're writing or one that someone else just came out with.
Yeah, like I'm completely
do other people's
fine
programs,
doing other people's workouts. I actually like doing other people's workouts more than my own because it's like they see a different thing and they can put together a program.
It's a fresh new perspective. It's kind of nice not to do workouts that you made up yourself, because if you make it up yourself, you're likely to kind of keep yourself in your comfort zone, only pick exercises that you want to do. So it's nice when you're doing something written by somebody else, because a lot of times it's not what you want to do, and you do it anyway and you feel really good after.
And that's actually very common in the industry. Like a lot of fitness pros don't do their own programs. Like they have other people putting their programs together for them. So.
Oh, but then there's also, I thought what you're going to say is common, is people just showing up to the gym and not knowing what to do and doing whatever they feel like. I think that that's actually not the best strategy.
Yeah.
Like if you just go every day and you just do, what do I feel like today, or what machines are open?
Yeah.
That's not going to get you great results. So
if you have a goal in mind, if it's fat loss, muscle building, getting stronger, getting more athletic, whatever it is, you need to have a program in place if you have that goal. Because if you just go into the gym, like you said, you're just going to go do bicep curls all day, and that's not going to get you anywhere. You're going to look like that weird dude with big arms and skinny legs. Nobody wants you to be that person.
So yeah. That's kind of how, and then there was another part of the question is what inspires you to make a schedule for the week?
Yeah, so we covered that.
Yeah, it's basically what project we're working on.
And then the yoga DVD. So yeah, we are thinking of putting together a yoga DVD. We're not going to be the actual programmers or teachers of the yoga program, because that's not our specialty, but Jessica's mama.
My mom is an amazing yoga teacher.
So she's probably going to put it together. She's going to put me through it. We're thinking DVD style stuff.
We want it to be yoga for athletes specifically, because we know that you guys are, not just regular people, like you're people who work out. So really addressing the
tight hips, tight
tightnesses
shoulders
that athletes get, and really the yoga's purpose is to make your workouts better and make you feel better, give you better mobility and all the things that athletes really need. So that's our future project, but I don't know. It's kind of behind some other projects.
Yeah.
So.
All right, next question.
All right. So Rosalind on Snapchat says, I've been working out constantly and having a clean, lean diet. I'm very happy with how I look now, minus my tummy and inner thighs, which seem to be holding all my fat. So do you have any advice? I get married in 3 months. I want to look amazing. And it's been over 2 years now, and I still have those problem areas I can't shift.
Yep. You want to take this one?
What do you say?
Or
because it's more of a female question?
Well, no, it's just, I feel like I've answered this question, and I'm not shitting on you, to be honest. It's just, I feel like we've answered this question.
Shitting on you? What?
Well, I just mean I'm not like picking on you for asking this question, but it just feels like we talk about this so much that there's no such thing as spot reduction. So I know you're saying you have a clean, lean diet.
But there are such things as trouble zones.
But there's trouble zones.
There are spot problems.
Yes, but what I'm just kind of getting at is you can shape specific muscles, but you can't spot reduce by fat reduction in certain spots. So there's difference there. So if you're looking to build muscle in your biceps, obviously train your biceps directly. But if you're looking to lose fat in your biceps, you're not going to be losing bicep fat by doing biceps. It just comes as an overall total fat loss for your entire body.
Yeah, and the solution to problem areas is to do a holistic approach. So, you say you're eating a clean, lean diet and you're working out constantly for 2 years now. But my question to you is what kind of progress have you made in those 2 years? And if there hasn't been much progress, it probably means that the approach you're taking isn't quite right for you. Just because it's clean and lean and constant doesn't mean that it's intense enough to really make a change in your body. It also, maybe you need to make some diet changes because we always talk about some people's bodies are more carb sensitive than others. Some people have different metabolism speed and all that stuff. So you kind of need to play around with things. And if you've been stuck at the same body for 2 years, and you're not happy with it, then that's a really big sign that behavioral things need to change.
Yeah, and you do mention you're eating a clean, lean diet. That's maybe a clean, lean diet to you, but if you actually had someone like a professional look at that, they may be able to pick at things that this isn't right for you.
Yeah, I don't know if pick at things is the right word,
I
but
just mean
tweak things
point
for
out
you.
things that protein bar with 50,000 chemicals and ingredients in it is probably not helping you lose weight.
And a coach is never going to like give you the guilt trip like, oh, you shouldn't be eating that. But like, hopefully a good coach is going to talk to you about like, I think your results would be better if you did this instead, kind of thing. So it's not like maybe anything's wrong about your diet, but it might just not be the right diet for the kind of results that you're looking for. You know, you may actually be in a calorie surplus without knowing it, which is causing you to hold on to some belly fat. It also could have to do with lifestyle factors. We always talk about how belly fat is really associated with stress and poor sleep habits. And there's some other ways you can combat belly
you're
fat.
talking about thigh fat, which sometimes has a hormonal issue with estrogen. So there could be some other things in there. But it sounds like what you need is more specific advice for someone to look at what you're actually doing. So an online, like a coach like Jessica or somebody.
Working with someone one-on-one, I think is going to be your best bet if you feel like you've done everything and you're still stuck at a wall. Like sometimes you just kind of need that one-on-one attention, and for someone to really look into you and your specific situation can be a game changer. So I would recommend applying for coaching right now if you have the budget for it and if you're serious about getting those results. So you can find that at LiveLeanTV.com/coaching.
Okay, next question. Do you want to, I think this one might be for you.
So this comes from one of our YouTube videos. A user asks, what is the optimal ratio for cardio days versus strength training days? I've read that if you want to lose weight and tone up, it should be 3 to 4 days of cardio and 2 to 3 days of strength. I personally still have weight to lose, but also want to increase definition now that some of the weight is gone. Plus, I want to keep toning till I'm where I want to be physically.
Yeah. So my advice on that would be cardio versus strength training. I would actually have you flip that, but I would actually have your strength training days be a different style of training. I don't know what type of training modality you're using right now in your strength training, but if you're training like a bodybuilder versus training like metabolic training,
athletic style strength training is different than
So if you take a look at like my program Live Lean Afterburn, it's more of a metabolic style training where you're always you're keeping rest periods very short, you're still lifting weight, you're still building muscle, but you're also burning fat during those workouts because it's your go, your heart rate's staying elevated. So you may want to look at the style of training that you're doing, but I would put you on a split of like a 4-day of metabolic style weightlifting, and then 1 to 2 days or 2 to 3 days, however serious you want to get with this, and do sprint training, so a HIIT interval style training.
Yeah, not necessarily like running sprints, but there's all kinds of different, like he's talking about like short cardio intervals, which could be jump rope, it could be swimming, it could be burpees, it could be cone drills, it could be all like types of stuff. So when we say sprint, we don't just mean like sprints on a track.
Although that is,
but that's also great.
That's probably the best way to do it, but.
Yeah, I mean, depending on, like, different people have different issues going on. If you have knee problems or something like that, then swim sprints is going to be, like, a really good alternative for you. You can do bicycle sprints. There's a lot of different ways you can do cardio, but we definitely don't really think that, like, the slow and steady cardio that most people recommend, like, that's probably what you're reading about when they say do 2 to 3 times a week cardio. It's probably referring to like that slow or steady type of cardio, which is really not the type of training that we do ourselves or promote to clients. Just
do you really want to?
We've already talked about that in other episodes, but it's just
not athletic. Boring. It's not like it's boring.
Yeah,
and it's not the kind of lifestyle that we promote of just sitting on a treadmill for 60 to 90 minutes, like
just sweating your ass off, being miserable for
you're
an
just
hour.
like the bitch
and then
face
going home and like potato chipping it up in front of the TV.
Yeah, because you're so hungry because of all the time you spent on the treadmill.
It makes your like carb cravings go through the roof, and then you just destroy all your progress. I don't know. We're on a tangent now, but hopefully that answers your question about what type of training we would recommend for you. And you can find all of that in our programs.
Okay, next question from Ricker2000 on Snapchat. I was surprised to see... Okay, so we answered their question before.
About alcohol?
Yeah. So this is their second question. You guys are the only peeps who interact with your viewers. You rock. Thank you for
thanks. We're the only ones?
You might have made a video on this before, but do you ever make bread? I know you aren't a big fan of flour, but I love bread. Any good substitutions?
I love bread
too.
Who
Everybody
doesn't love
loves
bread?
bread. But there's this thing that if you want to change your body, you want to get healthy, you kind of have to not get rid of bread. You just have to limit bread to days when you deserve or you earn the bread by smoking it in the gym.
And we choose healthier types of bread, like sprouted grain or something like that. That being said, though, if we go to an Italian restaurant or something, we usually eat the bread and we freaking.
But if we are going to an Italian restaurant, it's more of a cheat night for us.
And and that's like once a quarter.
But yeah, if you want to still keep bread in and you want to do a better job or a higher quality bread, go with this sprouted grain bread.
And have we ever made it? Yeah, we've definitely made bread. Like I have that apple pumpkin bread in the
but it's more that bread is more of a like a loaf of dessert bread than
like a dessert bread. If we're talking about sandwich bread, we have not. We just made that.
We just tried a paleo bread that we bought in the
Last
store.
week I was at Whole Foods and I was like, paleo bread, and I brought it home and Brad's like, this is not good.
No, don't do it.
It's not good. The texture was just kind of like mealy, like just
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer, but what makes bread great is like the gluten and the white flour and stuff, but it's not the kind of food that's optimal for living lean.
But you could also get a gluten-free style bread too, though. Like the bread
but it's going to be made with like rice.
The bread made with rice. So if you're gluten intolerant, you can go that route.
Yeah, it's not bad, but is the question just about like, should you be eating bread? Or?
No, it's just, have you ever made your own bread? Because I know
or any good substitutions.
So we just said, so Ezekiel is.
Yeah, but you know what I think is actually the greatest substitution for bread? Like if you're looking for a sandwich, is to make lettuce wraps. Like how much do we adore lettuce wraps?
Yeah,
like,
but it doesn't fulfill
It's not the
crib.
same
We'll
as bread.
But
like, no, seriously, if you make a sandwich, I love to like layer, meat and stuff.
I do too. That's what I'm saying. Like
it's like a sandwich.
6 days of the week, all about the lettuce wraps. But if you're having a cheat day or a cheat meal, it's like go with the bread.
Yeah, and so hopefully that with all these episodes now, you guys are really getting the point that we are not purists. We don't eat healthy 100% of the days. So there are some times when we do cheat meals.
Nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody want to be that perfect. That's boring.
We're living a life. We're creating a lifestyle that allows us to walk around healthy all year round, walk around lean all year round, walk around athletic all year round, but still having the enjoyment in life.
Enjoy life and relax about stuff. Like, so don't stress. We find a lot of our followers are just stressing out about being perfect.
Yeah, and it's interesting because like we've done over 600 videos, like 800 blog posts, so many social media posts, but we still have people thinking that it's about being perfect. And so that's not what we're trying to put out there. So please, if you're thinking that we're perfect, we are not perfect. You don't need to be perfect. You just have to be better like 80% of the time than just eating whatever you want.
And you know what, I think for me, like especially early in my fitness career and stuff, I would only want to show my like good side to my clients and followers and stuff. I would only post videos or photos of me eating healthy foods and doing workouts and stuff. And I think like 2016 this year is really, it was my New Year's intention. Like every New Year's we set an intention. I know, but my intention was to really be true and be honest and be real with everybody, not even just on the internet, but just even in real life too, and like be okay with showing the flaws and sometimes be on camera with no makeup and eating a cheat meal. And you know what I mean? But it's hard. It's so hard to like let go of that image because you want everyone to be inspired by what you're doing instead of like disgusted by it.
But here's what I want you guys to do right now in the comment section below. What would you rather, who inspires you more in life, in like the fitness world? Somebody who pretends to be 100% perfect, or somebody who shows their flaws, they shows that they have their bad days, they skip a workout
that's
here,
obvious,
they eat. No, but this is what I'm trying to get across. Because
but we would love to hear it from you directly, like if you like seeing that, or if it does it inspire you when you see us eat pizza?
I know
or
personally,
does it make you want to follow someone else?
It makes me sick when I see fitness people online like saying that they're 100% perfect and it's all or nothing, and it's just no. Like, you're not. Let's just go.
I can't.
If you're 100% perfect, that's not the life I want to live.
Yeah. And
with
so,
that, let's move on to the next question.
I would never expect any of my clients to be 100% perfect. And a lot of time they come to me feeling really guilty for things they did wrong. And I'm like, no, got to ditch this guilt because the guilt is getting you nowhere. All right, moving on.
And next question from Pino on Snapchat. What are the benefits of having a V-tapered body, and what muscles should be worked to gain such a V-tapered body figure? Yeah. I do appreciate the less than 5 to 10 minute workouts. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we also love knowing which workouts you prefer to see on YouTube. Do you like when it's like a 2-minute clip, or do you like prefer the 10+ minute
We
clips?
need your feedback.
Yeah,
comments below.
Because it will make a difference on what you see in the future.
So V-taper.
Okay, V-tapered body. This is a great question.
I love this question.
Yeah,
it's a different style question.
Yeah, and I really think that it's important for aesthetically, if that's what you want to call it, like visually for how you look, because let's face it, looks are important. Everyone wants to look good naked. Everyone wants to have like a shapely figure. So this applies to not just men, but also women, because if you have better muscle development in your upper body, it makes your waist look smaller, which is a good thing. I know my waist looks huge right now because I'm pregnant. But in general, you want to do exercises that are going to target your upper body muscles, especially your shoulders and your lats. Like, I feel like those are the two muscle groups that are really going to help expand your upper body, which just that alone is going to make your waist look smaller.
Yeah, think about the X shape.
Yeah.
So the X shape
So also train your legs.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. So
not just
shoulders,
a V, but it's like an X.
And then shoulders come down to your waist, and then you got the big quads, the big hamstrings, the big calves. That gives you that Greek goddess look.
Yes.
Not Greek god look.
Either way. And then also like exercises to train your waist tighter. Like everyone goes to like crunches and ab work to like slim their waist, but that's not the way you slim your waist. Really, the way you slim your waist is by having a good diet, like a lean diet that's in a slight deficit to help you burn off the fat.
Yeah.
So really, when you're training to have a V-taper, you want to be doing like hypertrophy style training on your muscle groups like we talked about, shoulders, lats, legs.
So let's just say like pull-ups are great. Any kind of rows to add thickness.
Shoulder presses, like overhead presses.
Also, there's so many of them, but just look up how to get thick shoulders on Google or somewhere.
You have a great shoulder workout on YouTube.
I do. Go check out the shoulder workout.
Boulder shoulder workout.
Yeah, lat raises are great. There's pretty much any shoulder workout is going to give you a wider. Yeah. And then don't forget to train your legs as well.
Yeah, and don't forget to work on your diet if you feel like you're storing fat in the midsection, because the diet is really going to get you the most dramatic results in slimming your waist.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep rolling
what else
here. We got a few more questions that we want to get to. Next question comes from on Twitter.
Stop.
At Lady Rosalie. She asked, this is going to be funny. Whenever I eat eggs and meat, my butt goes off like a bubble machine.
Whoa!
All day.
Embarrassing. Too much info.
What should I do?
That is so funny. Well, talk about keeping it real.
She got the protein farts is basically what she's saying.
Wait, it's with eggs and meat.
Yeah, the protein farts.
Yeah, I hear this a lot with protein shakes. Like a lot of people don't digest whey protein really well, but sometimes it's with food.
I've never heard it from like meat and eggs. I hear from whey protein shakes all the time.
It's so funny to think about that.
And this is a girl as well. So I love her honesty.
That's so funny.
What you should do is if you're getting the bubble machine, the bubble guts, honestly just reduce the amount you're eating, or try rather than when you say meat, I assume you mean red meat, but if not, try fish,
probably
try
any
chicken.
Kind of meat. I don't know.
You could also
might be due to the protein. Some people actually have a hard time digesting protein.
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying. You could also go to your naturopath and get a food intolerance test done.
Yeah, get tested for allergies. And you can also try digestive enzymes. Yep. I know a few people who have had like really good results with that. But then also like avoiding the foods that aggravate your digestive system is good too. But I know that's tricky because then you're going to be like, what do I do for protein? So like you said, try alternative types of protein. And yeah, I really think getting allergy tested is going to be good for you, because you might learn some things about what your body can handle and what it can't. Also doing food pairing certain things can help. If you put like greens with that stuff when you eat it, it might help you. So I know like pineapple can be helpful digestively sometimes. Some people it has enzymes. You could also try something like sauerkraut or kimchi, like fermented foods. That
sounds like that might be even
together.
Worse.
Even worse.
But you guys, you get the point. Like just you got to test some things. If you're getting the farts, try removing it from your diet for a week, and then see if the farts go away.
I'm glad we don't have that problem. But seriously, you sometimes get that with pizza.
Oh yeah, anytime.
I'm gonna call you out.
Yeah, cheap dairy and
just so you know.
Dairy and gluten is not friendly to me.
It's only with some pizzas. Like every once in a while happens. Not every time we have pizza, but sometimes I'm telling me he has to go sleep in the living room.
And she never fluffs because she's
never. I love when you say fluff.
Okay, let's move on. Next question on Twitter comes from @collegerapedme.
Okay. What?
Yes, it raped me too with the amount of money it took for me.
This is the best episode ever.
Yeah. Question is, how do you lose back fat? / boobs. So this is from a female. She wants to lose her boobs. Well, I guess some girls want
smaller boobs
if they're bigger chested and they want. Well, it's true. Like when girls who have big boobs.
I'll take some more boob.
No, but like when girls lose weight, it goes from their boobs like quickly a lot of times.
Yeah, but most females don't want that. But
yeah, but anyway, it's just the same question that we've answered plenty of times.
I think she means back boobs.
Back boobs? Is that such a thing?
I think that is a thing. I think that's when your like fat hangs over your bra strap and it like looks like an extra boob. I think that's a thing. It's so do you
want to give the generic answer or should I?
How do you lose it? Yeah. So I'll let you do the honors because I know you really.
Well, I'll be quick with it because I want to get to a couple more questions.
Okay.
It's just overall body fat, like we said earlier. You gotta just, watch the foods you're eating, exercise, and it's gonna come off your body. It may come off your back boobs a little slower than everywhere else in your body, but eventually it will come off. You have to be persistent. You have to be consistent with it.
Yes, absolutely. And we guarantee we can get you lean with the right training and the right nutrition. It's possible for anyone, no matter what your body type is. Like nobody is going to be super lean and still have like back boobs. Okay,
we're going to go to 2 more questions. Let's get these done quickly. Daniel Leger, I think, says, we take BCAA and glutamine during our workouts. When you pull a 2-a-day workout, we did upper body in the AM and legs in the afternoon. Nice job. Is it a good idea to take them for that second workout as well? That's a really good question.
Oh, yeah, that is a great question.
So should you supplement both times?
I don't think that BCAAs is one of those things that you have to be wary about overdosing on.
Yeah. I mean they're both amino acids that are natural amino acids. And by taking 5 grams of BCAAs for one and then 5 grams for your next one, 10 grams is not a lot.
That's not
you
that
can
much.
take a lot more than 10 grams.
I think you'd be all right.
So you're good. So I would say, just add them to both your before your workouts and you'll be completely fine with that.
So versus adding it or having it after only one of the workouts. I think if you were to choose just one of the workouts where you say upper body and legs, so both were lifting workouts. I was going to say if you did like a lifting and a cardio, which is a very common way to do 2-a-days, then I would just have it after your lifting session. But since both sessions were lifting, I would put it at both.
Yeah.
That's how I would decide.
But don't forget, you're also getting those amino acids, the BCAAs and the glutamine in their protein shake if you're taking it after as well. So it's not a mandatory, but it's not hurting you if you're doing it as well. Right. Next question, last one.
So Hunter from Snapchat says, I plan on donating blood tomorrow at my school and was wondering if I should not work out in the morning like I do every day. Should I not work out the day after as well? Or should I just not donate blood? What is best for my health and muscle growth?
Donate the blood, brother. You're saving 3 lives, I guess is the recent stat.
Is that how many?
Yeah, because I used to donate blood every 62 days whenever I could. And then I moved countries and I just haven't got back to doing it. That's no excuse. But it's a great thing that you're donating blood. Congratulations for doing that, especially at a young age. I think my first time I donated blood was in school as well, and that's what got me on that positive.
Yeah, I love when schools bring that to the campus. Like if they just pull the truck up at your school. I used to do it during college also. But
you get to
how
eat
does
that
it
cookie afterwards too, which is so good.
or some of that like juice box?
Those Fig Newtons, I was just like, oh, I gave blood, got to get that blood
I
sugar
think
back in.
we only got those little orange juice pod things.
Yeah.
But okay, so how does giving blood affect one's health and muscle growth?
Oh, so it's not I mean, don't worry about it affecting your health or muscle growth. It's such a small amount of blood that your body's pumping.
And
It's
your
a
body
great-
will regenerate.
Yeah, it's a
new
great
blood,
thing you're
which
doing
is
that. So
actually-
it's not harming you whatsoever. I like
fine.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
But your question is, should I not work out the day after?
And the day of.
So the day of, you could work out in the morning if you give it in the afternoon, but I wouldn't work out after that same day after you give blood. The nurse
like
will
within
usually.
a couple hours after, you might feel a
I
little
used to
woozy.
always ask the nurse that. She'd be like, no, don't do it. But I would work
You'd
out
be like,
before.
can I go work out now?
And the thing with me is, like, I don't know
Before
if you can
is
see,
fine.
but I'm like so vascular that
Got those veins
the
popping.
nurses would love me because my veins are always
So
popping.
easy to find.
But if you're not vascular, by working out before, you actually do promote more of the veins so they can find it to poke you with the needle. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I just wouldn't work out that night if you just gave blood at 4:00 that afternoon.
But the day after is
day
probably
after's
fine.
fine.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I think you're
completely.
going to be totally recovered by then. And if you do notice that you're a little woozy or not feeling quite right, then maybe push the workout to later in the evening or keep the workout lighter or something like that. But it shouldn't really have much of an effect there. I think you'll be all right. And yeah, just thumbs up for doing that because it's great. If we, would all give more, I think the world would be a happier place. We should actually. I'm kind of inspired to go give some blood now.
Yeah, you just inspired us.
I'm pregnant, so maybe it's not the best.
I actually had my name up on the wall at the local
Aww.
blood because I hit 50 plus donations.
What?
So I saved 150 lives.
Jeez, that's awesome.
So hopefully some good karma is coming my way.
Yeah, it's so good.
But that's a wrap, peeps. Thanks so much for just sending us these questions because you are the lifeblood of this show. Without your questions, we can't do this show. Without your feedback in the comments below. So #AskLiveLeanTV. Send them to us. Do it on Instagram. I want to see you guys posting those on Instagram. A photo of you like doing something with your question in the caption, and we guarantee you we will post your photo on here, so you're going to get a shout out for your Instagram channel, and we'll answer your question right up front. So
Yes.
do that. Other than that, I think we're good.
Yes, keep those questions coming.
So question of the day, is it your turn or my turn?
Yeah, let's see. I think it is. Is it your turn?
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah.
my question of the day to you guys is, what is the last selfless thing you guys have done for somebody else? So Hunter, my man, just said he gave blood. What was the last thing that you guys did? Tell us below.
Yay. So now Living Lean is about being a good person
All of our
too.
Q of the days are really deep.
Deep,
Leo came with
deep
a deep one last
questions.
week, and so yeah.
We want to make you guys think.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We're calling it a night. We'll see
Thank
you at the
you.
next episode. Hey!
Living Lean. We love you. Mwah.